Good morning all. So last class we have discussed on how we can solve a power system using Newton-Raphson load flow analysis, and now we are going to a problem where we use this Newton-Raphson method to solve power flow analysis. So I am again reminding you with the my steps. That is, first one we have to we have to form the Y-bus matrix. Second, we have to fill the bus data and analyze what type of bus we have given. And the third, we have to find out delta P and delta Q. We have to find out delta P and delta Q for PQ buses, and for PV buses only we have to find out delta P. Then we will find our J matrix, J1, J2, J3, J4, that is dou P by dou delta, dou P by dou E, dou P by dou Q by dou delta, and dou Q by dou E. That J1, J2, J3, J4, that matrix we will form. Then, and in the fifth step we will find out delta, delta and delta E minus that is equal to J inverse of delta P delta Q. And in the next step we will go for next iteration, that is we have to find out delta and E for the next iteration. So what we will do, we will take delta E is equal to EK minus 1, that is previous iteration value, plus delta E value, that is delta E value, that is we have found out from the previous iteration. These two we will add to find for next iteration value. So first I am going to do, my bus consists of my question consists of a 3-bus system. So bus 1, bus 2, bus 3 is there, and all the line data is given. So first I have to form my Y-bus matrix. So step 1 is I have to form the Y-bus matrix or Y-bus table. First I am going to find out, and while considering the values we can see that this data, that is 0.04 plus 0.06, that is impedance is given. So we have to form the bus table and we have to do the thing. So I have formed a bus table, that is bus data, bus impedance and bus admittance. So bus data is 1 to 2. There is a line with impedance 0.04 plus J 0.06. So this is impedance matrix. So I is equal to 1 by Z I have to form. Then bus 1 to 2, it is 0.06. So what should I do? I have to find out my values. Okay, so that is what I'll do is 0.04 plus 0.06 I, 0.04 plus 0.06 I inverse is equal to, I'll get 7.6923, 7.6923, and the imaginary part I got is minus 11.5384. So minus 11.5385. So this is my value for Y-bus. Similarly I am doing the rest of the things. So 1 to 2, then what I have 1 to 3. 1 to 3 is 0.02 plus J 0.05, and 2 3 is 0.0625 plus J 0.075. So what I will get is my value is 0.02 plus 0.05 I inverse, I will get it as 6.8966, 6.8966 minus 17.241, minus 17.2414, and the next value is 0.0625 plus 0.075 I, and the inverse I got the value was 6.5574, and the imaginary part I got as minus 7.8689. So this is the value I have got. Sorry, I forgot to write the imaginary part. Okay, so this is the admittance value I have got. So what I am getting is, this is my y12 value, and this is my y13 value, and this is my y23 value. This bus has this power system is a 3-bus system, so my y bus matrix will be a 3 by 3 matrix, that is y11, y12, y13, y21, y22, y23, y31, y32 and y33. So this will be a 3-bus matrix, that is 3 by 3 matrix. Next what I have to find out is, I have to find out my y11. What is my y11? Y11 is the things which are connected to the first bus, so that is a self admittance. So it is y12 plus y13, and I have to find out the value for y12 and y13. Then what is y12? Y12 will be minus of y12, that is equal to, I have to fill the value, and y13 is equal to minus of y13. Capital Y13 is equal to minus of y13, and this minus of y12 is minus 7.6923 plus j 11.5385, and this y13 is minus of 6.8966 plus j 12.2414. And what is y11? Y11 value will be 7.6923 minus 11.5385i plus 6.8966 minus 17.2414i, that will be equal to 14.5889. so that is equal to 14.5889 and minus 28.779, minus 28.7798. so this is my admittance value. So next what I have to do is, I have to find out y21 is equal to y12, right? So that is equal to y12 is equal to y21. Next I have to find out y22. So for y22, what are the things connected to 2 bus, that is y12 and y23, that value I have to find out. And also I have to find out y23, that is equal to minus of y23, that is equal to minus 6.5574 minus plus j 7.8689. so this will be the value. Similarly, so what I have to find out is, I have found out y22, y23. This y23 value is equal to y32. Then y31 we have to find out. y31 is equal to y13. And finally I found out y33. Now we have to write the y bus in this form. So my y bus is equal to, I am going to rewrite it. Okay. So this is the y bus I have rewritten. So y11 value, y12 value, these are same, y12 value, y13 value, then y22 value, then y23 value, y23 and y32 are same, and then y33 value. So till now the thing was same as that of our Gauss-Seidel method. Now in Newton-Raphson method we have to also convert this y bus in its polar form. Okay, so I am converting y bus into polar form. So while converting, I am writing 14.5889 minus 28.7798i. That is, I am converting the same into polar form. I will get 32.2663 32.2663 angle shift minus 63.1 minus 63.12 degree. Like that I am converting all the values. Okay, so this is we have done in degree. We have to convert, I am sorry to remind you, we have to convert this mode to our radian mode while doing this problem. So radian mode, so I am writing 32.2663 and my angle is minus 1.1016. So not in the degree form, we have to write it in our radian mode. Okay, so this is my value. Again I have to do for the rest. Okay, so I have converted my fibers into corresponding polar form. While doing this, we have to we have to keep our calculator in radian mode. That is the thing we have to remember. We are doing our Newton-Raphson method in our radian mode. In this next step, we have to fill our bus data. Okay, next step is we have to fill the bus data table. Okay, so that is, we have to write the bus number, then we have to check for the generation data, and that generation data can be PG or QG, and we have to check for the load or demand, that is PL and QL. Then we have to check for the voltage values. Voltage values is V1 angle delta, and finally we will decide what type of bus is there. So here we have 3 types, 3 buses are there. In that first bus it is given 1.05 angle 0. So these values are not given, so I can say this is our slack bus without any doubt. And in the second one, they have given as load, right, 500 and 350. Oh, here they have given us 500 megawatt and 350 MVAR. So what we have to do is we have to convert this value into corresponding per unit values, because we are doing all our things in per unit system. So what we will do is we will take per unit value. We have to select a base value. So what I am selecting is, I am selecting my base value was 100. Okay, first I will write my data. So here it is load, so here 500 is given and 350 is given. P value and Q value is given. Voltage is not given, so I can say this is my PQ bus. No other values are given. And file corresponding to the third bus, what they have given is they have given 300 megawatt generation. So here I can write it as 300 megawatt, and V3 value I am taking, they are given it as 1.02 angle 0. So P value is given and V value is given. Surely this is a PV bus. So our question consists of a slack bus, a PQ bus and a PV bus. So this is the bus data. So before proceeding to this, we have to find out the per unit value. So what I am going to do is I have to find out per unit value. I am taking my base value as 100 MW or MVA, and everywhere I am taking my base value as 100. So what I will have to do is I have to divide my P values with 100. So this will be 5 per unit, this will be 3.5 per unit, this will be 3 per unit. So like that I can convert my details or my bus data. And next we have to find out for our delta P. Okay, starting this is my first iteration. So K value is 1. So this is my first iteration I am giving you. So we have to find out delta P and delta Q. So what is delta Pi? That delta Pi value should be equal to the value that is Pi scheduled value minus Pi calculated value. You have to find out delta Pi, that is Pi scheduled minus Pi calculated. What is Pi scheduled? That is already in the system. That is Pi scheduled will be equal to Pi generated minus Pi load minus Pi calculated. And what will be the value for Pi calculated? That we have already found out during our last class. What was Pi calculated? Pi calculated will be the real part of that will be the real part of Vi conjugate into sigma n is equal to 1 to n Yin Vn or real part, or we can take the cosine value, isn't it? So I have to write out my Pi value equation, so that I have to calculate. So this is our Pi equation. Again I am reminding you, that is Pi calculated value is equal to sigma n is equal to 1 to capital letter N Vi Yin Vn cos theta in is angle of Yin and delta is angle for voltage. So this is my equation. This is Pi calculator. So I have to write my equation for Pi calculator. I have to find out for each bus. Then I have to substitute in each to form my delta P and delta Q. In this case, if my bus is a PQ bus, then I have to find out delta P and delta Q. And if my bus is a PV bus, then I have to find out only delta P. This up to this we have done in our Gauss-Seidel method, and here the difference comes at Gauss-Seidel method is, in Gauss-Seidel method for PQ we will find out only the voltage and angle, and PV we will find out reactive power also. But in Newton-Raphson method what we will do is, for PQ bus we will find out delta P delta Q, and PQ bus we will find out delta P delta Q, and for generator bus or PV bus we will find out only delta P. So I am taking my first bus for calculation. So bus 1 is a slack bus, we don't have to do it. So bus 1 slack bus, no need of doing it. And here I is equal to 1, and when I is equal to 2, that bus is a PQ bus. It is already given. So we have to find out delta P2 and delta Q2. We have to find out delta P2 and delta Q2. Delta P2 will be equal to P2 generated minus P2 load minus P2 calculated. So P2 calculated we have to find out. P2 calculated is equal to sigma n is equal to 1 to, here number of buses is 3, Vi is V2 Y 2n Vn cos of theta in. Theta in is theta 2n plus delta n minus delta 2. This value we have to substitute it, and we have to find out the P2 calculator. For doing P2 calculator, we also know that our value delta 2, that delta 2 we are assuming it as 0 degree or 0 value, we are taking it as 1 angle 0. Okay, and that V2 value also we have to assume. V2 value we have to check whether it is given or not. So if the V2 value is not given, then we have to assume it. Otherwise we have to assume it as 1.01. Otherwise we have to take the given values. Usually it won't be given because the bus is a PQ bus. Voltage value will not be given. Okay, so I am writing it as, that is equal to V2 Y21 V1 cos cos of theta 21 plus delta 1 minus delta 2 plus, that is next is 2, so v2 square y22 cos of this theta 22, this delta 1 and delta 2 will cancel, so theta 22 plus, we have to write v2 y23 v3 cos theta 23 plus delta 3 minus delta 2. We have to substitute the values in this particular equation, and we have to find out the corresponding value. So I am substituting it. So every calculations will be done in polar form. So v2 value we are assuming it as 1, and y21 value, we require y21 value. So our y21 value I am writing it. That is equal to y21 is 13.8675 into v1. v1 value it is already given us. v1 value is 1.05. 1.05 into cos of theta 21. Theta 21, delta 1, delta 2 value is 0. So cos of theta 21. What is theta 21? Theta 21 value is 2.1588 plus v2 square. v2 square value is 1, so no need of writing is, and y22. y22 value is, here it is y22, so 24.0769 cos of minus 0.9375 plus v2 value is 1, y23 value is 10.2430, y23 into v3, right? y23 into v3 value it is given as 1.02 cos of, what is 23 value, isn't it? Theta 23, these values are zeros in the question. So theta 23 value is 2.2655. So we have to find out the corresponding answer for this value. So I am doing it. So I have to do it. That is, I am opening a bracket, 13.8675 into 1.05 cos of 2.1588 cos of plus again 24.0769 into cos of minus 0.9375 plus 10.2430 into 1.02 into cos of 2.2655. That value I will call, and I have to calculate P2 calculator, and that P2 calculator value is 0 minus, so I got the value as minus 0.5164 per unit. So this value I got it as minus 0.5164. Then we have to find out delta P, right? Delta P2 is equal to P2 generated. Whether that value P2 generated, there was no value for P2 generated, but taking P2 generated is 0 minus, so I am writing P2 generated minus P2 load minus P2 calculated is equal to P2 generated, no value, minus P2 load is 5. I have taken 100 as a base value, so minus 5 minus The value is 0.5164. So I will get my delta P2 value. What will be it? That plus that will be minus 4.4836 per unit. Delta P2 will be, thus will be delta P2. Similarly, we have to do the same for Q, finding out delta Q2. So how we will find out for delta Q2? So in order to find out for delta Q2, what I have to do is, for delta Q2 is equal to Q2 generated minus Q2 load minus Q2 calculated. For that, I have to write out the equation for what Q2 calculated. So Q2 calculated is equal to minus of sigma n is equal to 1 to total number of buses Vi Yin Vn sin theta n plus delta n minus delta I. This is the equation for Qi calculated. So Q2 calculated is equal to minus sigma n is equal to 1 to 3 V2 Y2n Vn sin of theta 2n plus delta n minus delta 2, and if I am substituting my equation, that is minus of V2 Y2n V1 sin theta 2 1 plus delta 1 minus delta 2 plus V2 square by 2 sin theta 2 plus V2 by 3 V3 sin theta 3 plus delta 3 minus delta 2. We have to substitute corresponding values and we have to find out it. This y22, that value is, okay, v2 value is 1 angle 0, and y21 value is 13.8675 into v1 value is 1.05 into sine of theta 21. What is theta 21? It is 2.1588, and this delta 1 and delta 2 value is 0 plus v2 square. What is v2 value? V2 value we assumed it as 1, so I am ignoring it, plus thus y22 is 24.0769 sine of minus 0.9375 plus v2 value is 1, and y23 value is 10.2430 into v3 value is, in the question it is given as 1.02 into sine of theta 23 is 2.2655. So this will be the corresponding reactive power. So I am doing it, and it will be 13.8675 into 1.05 into sine of 2.1588 plus 24.0769 into sine minus 0.9375 plus 10.2430 into 1.02 into sine of 2.2655. So I will get my value as 0.7339. Q2 calculated is 0.7339. So there is a bracket already, 0.7339 339 per unit is Q2 calculated value. So this is Q2 calculated value, and next what I have to do is I have to find out delta Q2 is equal to Q2 generated. There is no Q2 generated minus Q2 load minus Q2 calculated. Q2 generated value is 0 minus load value is 350, that is 3.5 per unit, minus this value, so it will become 0.7399. okay. So I am doing it in the calculator again. Minus 3.5, answer minus 3.5, answer minus 3.5. I will get my delta Q2 value as minus 2.7761, that is equal to minus 2.7661 per unit. So this is my Q2 value. Similarly for bus 3, that is I is equal to 3, I have to find out what is my bus 3. Third bus is a PV bus, isn't it? So third bus is a PV bus, so we have to find out delta P3, because third bus PV bus, so we have to find out delta P. Delta P3 is equal to P3 generated minus P3 load minus P3 calculated. So what I have to calculate? I have to calculate P3 calculated is equal to sigma n is equal to 1 to 3 P3 by 3n Vn cos of, isn't it, theta 3n plus delta n minus delta 3. So this is the equation, and we have to solve the value, and we have to substitute it. That is V3 by 3.1 V1 cos theta 3.1 plus delta 1 minus delta 3 plus V3 by 3.2 V2 into cos theta 3.2 plus delta 2 minus delta 3 plus V3 square by 3.3 into cos theta 3.3. This will be the value, and if I am substituting it, V3 value, it is already given as 1.02 into Y31. What is Y31 value? So I am again taking my Y31 value. Y31 value is 18.5696 into cos V1 value is into 1.05. V1 value is 1.05 into cos of theta 3.1 is 1.9513 plus V3 value is again 1.02 into Y32 value. Y32 value is 10.2430 into V2 value is 1 into cos of what is theta 3.2. Theta 3.2 is 2.2655 plus V3 square value is 1.02 square into V3 square Y33. Y33 value is 28.4874 cos theta 3.3 is minus 2.06266. So this will be the value, and I have to substitute it in here. Then I have to take 1.02. I am taking it as a common into 02 into 18.5696 into 1 into 1.05 into cos 1.9513 plus 10.2430 into cos 2.2655 0.2655 plus 1.02 plus 1.02 into 2.28 and 4874 into cos minus 2.06266. That value I have to given us minus 28 delta P3 value 0.0222 is minus 0.0763. So 64 per unit. So P3 calculated is 0.0764 per unit. So my delta P3 I have to calculate it as delta P3 generated. P3 generated is 3 minus this is P3 generated minus P3 load minus P3 calculated. P3 generated is 3 minus 0 minus is 0.0764. So I can write it as that is 3.0764 per unit is my delta P3. Delta P3 value is 0.0764 per unit. Okay.